Game number 1, everybody. Team SoundLess against Team DNA. Another best of 5 series that will decide which one of these two teams makes it into the Masters Clash, into the league itself. One best of 5 series, that's what it comes down to for these two teams. On the left side, we got Team SoundLess with Neno-P on Hanzo, Hydra on Diablo, Shamzik on Diva, Farlander on Hogger, and Sir Ice Cream on Lucio. Yeah, a little bit of role swapping going on here. On the right side of the map, Team DNA with Mac the Kid on Arthas. We got Billy on Whitemane, Alfredo on Zeratul, Abla on Sonya, and Galaxy is playing Sylvanas. Okay, let's get the party started. This is the last chance match between these two teams. They weren't able to directly qualify through the 4 open qualifiers for the league, but now, of course, they have a chance to make it. One of these two teams is going to make it into the league itself, into the Masters Clash series, and the other team is going to drop out completely. It's kind of interesting to see that the blue team has changed some of their roles, so that might just be an experiment that they're going to undo at some point, but for now they're going to give it a shot. So Ice Cream on Lucio, for now, has to be careful since the Howling Blast from Arthas hit. And that's an interesting setup to begin with too, because we got Arthas now together with Sonya, and there's not really anybody that can help Arthas with the engage. We've seen that bad boy a little bit more often, mostly against variant compositions, but one of the things that you can always do to make Arthas shine a bit is combo him off with Lucio so that you have a movement speed, or, of course, with Medivh, who these days finds himself banned in pretty much every single setup. But then again, as it stands, we also got a Cleave build for Zeratul, so it seems like a Void Prison setup might be realistic for him. With the level 1 talents, the good old Slam and Bam for good old Sonya, with the Furious Blow here. And now that we're here on Cursed Hollow, let's see what else we're gonna get. We're already getting Hogger, just getting dizzy over here, taking the cam together with Lucio. And on the right side, it's the Siege Giants that get prioritized. Should honestly be the other way around for the red team, since the first tribute will spawn at the bottom of... no, sorry, my bad. They are doing it in the perfect order. They need to take this one first because the the first tribute spawns at the bottom of the map. So yeah, I'll take it back. I'll take it back, yeah. Alright, so let's see what they can actually pull off here. For now, we've just have people going through the camps, through the motions. Nobody's really aggressively rotating between lanes in the attempt to get a quick kill set up somewhere. I mean, obviously, if someone steps out a bit too much, then you have a chance to just come jump in for it. But it doesn't really seem like we're going to see any big action around that just yet. A little bit of a flip over here, though, as Hogger is coming in. They're trying to go for Arthas, but the chance of them killing him is pretty low, considering that Whitemane is in the mid lane here, too. Yeah, and good old Whitemane. Let's see what she can actually pull off in this one. We got her with the Martyrdom on level 4, and we got Pity the Frail over here. Alright. I mean, if that is not a direct insult to Deckard Cain, then I don't know what is. I mean, Deckard Cain and Malfurion, both of them already a little bit on the frail side. I mean, with Malfurion, it's kind of understandable. The old geezer is 10,000 years old or something like that. And Deckard Cain, he's becoming that old Muppet that just yells from the third floor window and tells everybody how things were better when he was a young spry chicken. So, yeah, I don't know. But I mean, either way, for now, we already got our 6th level in, so level 7 talents are gonna come in very, very soon. And, well, let's have a bit of a look what they can now accomplish also with the camp that is pushing. They are trying to set up a sneaky kill at the top against Farlander. And he is in a bit of trouble, and that might be a kill. Galaxy says, fuck it, worth it. Comes in, gets the kill, and is alive. Nicely done. Billy here with Whitemane, keeping him in play for that long. They gave up the tribute at the bottom of the map, but hey, kind of worth it. Take the tower down, you get the kill, so that wasn't too bad. Good for them. And well, let's see what else we're gonna have here. First of all, we're looking into the middle of the map now, as we're having the intercession taken for Whitemane. The Icebound Fortitude is in. We have the next tribute spawning topside, and at the same time now, again, the garbage fire on Hogger. Okay, bot lane, Alfredo on his Zeratul with the Seeker in the Dark. Has already started to do some work at the structures. And now that Galaxy is moving in too. It seems like Farlander this time had enough of it. So like, yeah, I remember the top lane. I'm not going to go over that. But you can see the strategy here. Team DNA pretty much says, fuck the tributes. We are instead going for the other side of the map and take some of the structures down with the help of Sylvanas. And so far, it's kind of working for them. I mean, again, They are sacrificing the tributes. They're saying, well, it's fine, let it go. We get some structural damage set up first, and then we're gonna fight over it later on when we have level 10 or something. So, will be interesting to see if that strategy pans out or not, but for now everything goes according to plan, I would assume. Abla over here is a bit low and gets away with 70 hit points. Yeah, that was a bit of a close call there, but again, more than 0, so it counts. Our rocket scientist over there, yeah, Abla, as a former rocket surgeon, came in and immediately just said, you know what, I calculated it through all the possibilities and even the random damage. I'm gonna have more than 0. It's fine, boys. Not even close. So, down to the bot lane. 2 tributes to 0. And well, this is starting to center around level 10 abilities. And of course, the problem right now is that you have to fight for this one. This time, you can't go on the other side of the map and try and do your thing here. If they can take the fountain down on the other hand, that would be pretty neat. And that's exactly what they are seemingly going for. Yeah, disable the fort, go for the fountain, and then switch back to the main structure. But that allows already for a bit more sustain on the side of Team DNA in this first Heroes of the Storm game of the series. So, here comes the fight. Level 10 abilities are soon going to be ready for the two of them. Alfredo coming in, trying to hit the Seeker, gets a bit more damage in against the Ice Cream before he jumps out of the fight, but level 10 is soon going to be ready, and Sonya is now making her way down to the Tribute 2, has to interrupt Farland. Oh, that's going to be a curse. Yep, and there it is, level 10 abilities for the two of them. Void Prison, Leap. We could see the good old VP into Leap setup. The arrow missing completely. The Apocalypse on the other side still connects here. They get some damage in, and the arrow, the kill on D.Va, the jump against Hans in the backline, and Sonya coming in with a spear and hitting it hard. Nicely done. That's 2 kills against the blue team, and it seems like Diablo is also gonna die. Hydra over here is desperately trying to make it out or even get a counter kill. None of those 2 things happen. Instead, they're losing more heroes. Dibbles down is a triple kill. With Sylvanas, they can now push the bot lane even further if they wanted to. Tribute number 1 for the red team has just now been secured. Yeah, Sonya is already making her way back into the middle of the map and up to the top, where she has to deal with the siege giants that are currently wrecking the wall over here. So there's that. We got 14,000 damage on Sonya and 15,000 on Hogger. Yeah, hogging it out there. But yeah, good job. 3 kills to 0. It's a pretty good start. Maybe that role swap doesn't quite work out the way that Team SoundLess was hoping for. And since bosses are now up, we have the boss at the top right being attacked. Down here, the same thing is happening. I guess Arthur's could double check, but doesn't. So both teams will walk away with a boss, and the blue team secured an additional bruiser camp in the mid lane. So, yep, both bosses are going to be taken. The only difference in these pushes is one team has Sylvanas and the other one doesn't. So that could be a thing. Yeah, that could actually be a bit of a thing here, top side. And since they already took some of those structures out earlier, that is getting even more dangerous. Yeah, well, so far Galaxy actually doesn't really move in for it. They're expecting the rotation, since of course they are the bigger threat now. And well, here it comes. Alfredo is able to make it out. And down here, Mac, the kid, sitting in a bush, being careful of Diablo. The wall stun connects. Okay, bosses, top side. Fort has been destroyed at the bottom of the map. I don't think the boss is going to make it much longer. Had to go through everything. Arrow connects. Army is out though, and the Apocalypse didn't really do a whole lot, but spread them a bit. Diablo dead, and now they're making the play straight up for the next kill. Trying to go for D.Va here, popping her out of the mech, and boom, there's the kill. The VP. And potentially another kill incoming. Nano P is low. Nano P is down. And that is 6 kills to 0. Now, bottom fort has also fallen. This one should fall to the towers. Sylvanas is dealing with the mid lane. And up at the top, the boss has already been defeated too. So, similar damage on the 2 lanes. But now we have a level 13 talent for Team DNA. And we still don't have a single kill for Team SoundLess. I'm not so sure if they're happy about this, because I'm gonna tell you, heading into the series, SoundLess was kind of the favorite for this one. Well, the team that most people would have expected to take the lead here. Now again, they changed obviously their MO slightly with some of those role swaps. We'll see if that works out in the long run. but, well, we'll have a look for it. So, let's see. Okay, so the rotation straight through the middle. We already got our level 14 in now. We got the Siege Giants at the bottom of the map. And now that there's a curse on the line, Team SoundLess has to step it up a bit. At least they got 13 now. So, here we have it. Pummel is in. We got the devastating charge too. Nice sounding blast, sniffing that out right away. Adding, of course, to the stats and stacks for the level 1 talent. Another 3 are missing, and he's going to be fine with it. But, yep, this is going to be the big one. And there's a push also in the middle that has to be accounted for. Down here, still a bit of a setup happening. Abla is waiting for the leap, is waiting for the setup. VP is going to be ready in another 4 seconds, by the way. They're trying to go for Hydra. Interrupt is ready. Sonya sitting in the wings here, trying to land a spear, of course, too, and could make that work against Lucio, but the Ice Beam is darting left, right, and center the entire time. And it's time to find the opening. Arrow is out. Arrow into Apocalypse is, of course, an option for Team SoundLess. Alfredo coming in from behind, trying to go for that VP setup for Sonya, but so far it's not really working the way that they intended to. It's all about creating space here. There's the Apocalypse, and it does nothing. The Arrow completely missing as well. Down here, the V has been set up. Sonya not leaping on it. Nope, that's not the heroes that she wants. So the VP didn't do a lot. Level 15 against 14 now. And by the way, top side, that fort, they can kiss that one goodbye. The Siege Giants are going to take care of that 100%. So this is not going to be a thing any longer. Good value for the blue team, but can they get the kills and can they prevent the curse from happening? The leap in the back and nearly a kill against Nenopi. Wailing Arrow coming out too. Galaxy wants the kill. He doesn't get it. Now he's isolated. Hydra is low though. And they're getting the kill against Hanzo regardless. Damage overtime, baby. There we go. 7 is in, and here comes the curse, everybody. Team DNA. Boom! Straight to the fields. Yep, there we go. Level 16 talents are now in. And now they can make their play, well, maybe even for that camp over here. They're jumping in, they're stopping it, and Diablo, oh my god, they are barely claiming it. Arthas is moving in, but now, of course, there's a couple more kills already on the line. They go for Hydra, and they take him down too. He had all of his souls together, so he's going to be back. The Arrow, big! Hitting 3 of them. Oh, boy. Yeah, but still, doesn't change the fact that now more structures will fall, especially at that bot lane, of course. You can safely ignore all of that. If you really want to make a play here, then go for the keep. As it stands, they're not doing any of these things. So, I'm not quite sure what they're going to try to get out of the curse, but they only have 20 seconds left. So, right now, they have a little bit of a chance to make the play up for the middle. Okay. Let's have a little bit of a look down at the bottom of the map. We still have the bosses coming up in another few seconds. Yeah, there's already the defense set up here at the bot lane. There's a double wave that's coming in, so it's good for them. And now, only the mid lane has... Well, I guess 2 have been destroyed. Mid lane and also the bot lane fort have both been taken down. Boss is ready, and they're trying to trap, so they're baiting a little bit. They know that the blue team is going to expect them to make a play for the boss. So here comes the lockdown, the leap! They're going for Dibbles. Hydra doesn't have a lot of hit points right now. He lost the souls a few seconds earlier. Now he's down and they're trying for more. They got Sylvanas, they can push the bot lane. 9 kills to 0. 9 kills to 0! Exactly! Exactly! Total destruction! Team SoundLess falling apart a little bit here. They need to get somehow back into this game. If they can maybe win a fight on the boss point and steal it away, that would be a good move. But it seems like the red team is even able or willing to let this one leash again. Yeah, they're walking away from it. They're saying, screw it, we don't have to fight for this one. Yeah, walking away from this one, easy peasy. Top side, as you can see, there's still another Siege Giant setup that is on the way. And now, I guess, they're going to make a play for the boss too. It seems to be pretty much what's going to happen here. So they're going to make their own boss play right now. And all the way up towards the top. Yep, there we got the action going as they're making another play for their own boss. And, well, honestly, these are going to be a little bit dangerous. So either the teams are both deciding that they're just going to defend against the opponent's boss, both teams falling back, or red team could simply say, you know what? We got Sylvanas. Let's go, boys. So, yeah, let's see what's going to happen here. I mean, for now, the blue team was definitely trying to attack that early, but that didn't really work out. So now it seems like both of them are just saying, you know what, screw it, we're going to defend. We're not going to expose ourselves to any potential damage here. Let's just defend this, take the on-camp, and yeah, let's take it from there. Alrighty, so what are we going to see? I mean, generally speaking, when you look at the damage setup and everything, Hydra is getting a little bit farmed on Diablo, 4 times down so far. They are still waiting for the first kill in this game. That's not really happening here. At least not just yet. And with another tribute up for grabs, this is something that Team DNA has to respond to. In an ideal world, they would of course love to wait until they have level 20, since they have just such a big lead now. But they have to just simply face the music here. There's no other way. Unless you are willing to accept the curse, which I'm pretty sure they're not. You gotta wait this out. Only one on the blue team that hasn't died yet is, by the way, Lucio. Sir Ice Cream running around here. And the position is a little bit bad for the red team, honestly. Are they just letting it pass? Yeah. Alright, they're just saying, you know what, guys? Screw it. Curse, we don't care. We have pushed out the mid lane already, thanks to the camp that we have here. We are so close to level 20. Why risk it? We're gonna sit tight. We're gonna protect the structures that we have, and that is that. So that's exactly what they're doing right now. And well, kudos to them. That's not an easy choice to make. And they're just saying, let the experience come to us. Let's get that level 20 and play it from there. So pretty much what they're currently attempting to do here. Yep, the setup is ready. So we got the level 20 coming in. They're sacrificing even the fort. Sylvanas is dealing with the bottom of the map and is currently making sure that all of the experience there is landing in their hands. So level 20 is going to be close. But the blue team is all of a sudden saying, you know what, guys? We don't need kills. We just need to take the core down. So let's go for the keep in the middle and start the party there. But they won't be able to do a whole lot of damage. They broke through the wall, but that's all that they really can do here. Sonya is getting the XP for level 20 by taking the wave down. Well, it's actually going to be Sylvanas. No, they have the 20. Okay, so with that we now got the Scarlet Crusade in. We have also the Death's Advance right here. A bit of a movement speed increase, so it's going to be much easier for him to close the distance once that he's leeched onto a target in particular. And, well, that is going to be an interesting one in the team fight. Bolt of the Storm has been taken, Ignore Pain is ready. And now, honestly, you want to kind of make a play. Boss timer, 2 minutes. 2 minutes on the boss timer. And, yep, with 9 kills to 0, you have exactly 1 level where you can start to force fights, do the damage, use those Storm Talents to take the opponent down. And that is what they're going to be looking for here. So they're already starting to do their thing. Moving straight through the mid lane. We currently got the Ice Cream and Farlander all the way up top side. Level 20 talents, as I said, are already in. There's already Abla dealing with the siege. I mean, honestly, it feels like half the game he just dealt with the siege giants. I mean, camp after camp is being set on route by Team SoundLess, and Abla is always the one facing off against them top side. So, yeah, this is like the 5th camp or so that he's been defending against. Now, same time, at the bottom of the map, there's still the rest of the 4-man, or the 5-man, is making their way through this. They haven't really been able to force any fights on 20. So given the fact that they waited this long for their Storm Talents, they have done very little with it. Now, to be fair, of course, they had to push the lanes back out because, well, the curse hurt them. But I would have expected a little bit more than just that here. So, yeah, here comes the moves. They're starting to slowly make their way over. And yeah, let's see what else they can do, because this is party time. Now you can use that Sylvanas to go for the keep. There's one tribute spawning at the top, but both teams are currently at 0, so that's not really a big threat or anything. Hydra comes in. Uh-oh, they're missing hard here. And in comes the setup in the VP. Sound barrier. That one didn't work out well either. And ouch, that Apocalypse did nothing. And D.Va dies. D.Va dies, Diablo follows, so Ice Cream is on the run. his first death, and that could honestly be game. As they are starting to crush through the keep, they're making their way over to the core, and Team SoundLess is likely going to lose the first map in this best of 5 series that will decide which one of these two teams makes it to the Masters Clash, everybody. Yep, doesn't really look good for them. Seems like Team DNA is going to take the lead in the Heroes of the Storm best of 5 series at the Masters Clash tournament. Great performance on this map. 12 kills to 3. And they might not be done yet. They might actually hold this. Yes, and indeed they do. 18%. All right. We were a little bit too early there. I think they could have finished that. I honestly think they could have finished that. They kind of misplayed here a little bit. 18% up, but only 2 of them are still alive. So now we have 12 kills to 5. This should have been the end. Let's be honest here. This should have been the end. And now, they're trying for the boss up at the top. Oh god, this is brilliant. This is fucking brilliant. How? They underestimated Hanzo. They totally underestimated Hanzo here. Now the boss is taken. Oh my god, please tell me they're bringing this back. There was not a single kill in the hands of Team SoundLess up until the core was attacked. And now we have 5 kills on the board for the blue team. 5 of them. Oh, this is fucking fantastic. Alright, how do we deal with this? I mean, let's be honest. 18% on the core, even with a shield, that's not a lot. So, if that thing gets attacked at any point, it is lights out. Now, they took the top boss first. Should have probably taken the one at the bottom first, honestly. Considering that that's the most dangerous one to them. But it's not like they are having any problems here. Because right now, the defense is set up. So Team DNA is defending over here. They know that the second boss is going to be taken. In the meantime, they're taking their own mercenary camp. But holy hell. Like, I cannot believe what's going on here right now. I really can't believe it. I mean, what? They get wiped at the core. By simply 2 heroes. Oh, this is just too good. And now, of course, an opportunity. First of all, the second tribute is spawning from the perspective of Team SoundLess. Boss at the bottom is also starting to move in. So, yeah, that will be more than a bit of an interesting setup now. I mean, this one, honestly, yeah, they could get the keep. They should get the keep. This is a 20-minute boss. This is a 21-minute boss that we're talking about right now. Yeah, for sure they should get it now. But they're not pushing with it. So, yeah. I guess if they pushed with it, they had a chance. They decided not to. As it stands, the keep still takes damage, but it's not gonna fall. I'm pretty sure it would have fallen if they attack. But of course, then you're always running the risk of having a bit of a bad team fight. Your opponent engaging upon you with a Void Prison or maybe even that leap. And then you losing the fight in the game. But right now, there's still the move straight through the bottom of the map. And they're trying to set up a bit of a trap, I suppose. Cams are pushing every single lane right now. Every single lane gets pushed. Every single one of them is getting attacked here. And yep, it will be a bit of a party. Now, up to the top side, they also got to deal with the Siege Giants again. Where's Abla? Where's Sonya? It seems that this time Galaxy is actually helping out. Alright, so that one gets burned away quickly. Which creates a bit of a spot at the bottom. Are they really making the sneaky sniper play here? I mean, honestly, if they're posturing like this, then I don't understand why they didn't go with the boss in the first place. Like, if you already are posturing like this, you could have gone with the boss. That would have given you an advantage. Now you're just like trying to posture bot side. You should go for the tribute, if anything. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That one, if they get the start and the follow-up, then yes, but now the arrow is missing for the next tribute. And they could have set up around the tribute and tried to set up a curse. Now, instead of getting the tribute, they're making the play for the keep, and that makes a whole lot of sense since it's going to be tribute number 1 for Team DNA. And Sonya takes it, but they're again falling back. It's a 5 versus 4. They know it. They've seen Sonya. They know where she is. But they're not making the move here. So, the shot calling here in the late game is a little bit awkward by Team SoundLess. We're now 23 minutes into this one. And yeah, that 18% on the core is of course still a bit of a thumb here. Thorn in the side of Team SoundLess. And off we go. Here comes the tribute fight. This could be a curse. No, Diablo, not like this. Hydra jumps out, and they're trying to get the kill against him anyways, with Sonya leaping in. The sound barrier connects. Hogga is just pogging around like crazy, getting serious damage in. And they're trying to turn it on Mac the Kid. Arthas is low, and so is Alfredo. Yeah, they're trying to... I mean, there's the arrow. But they still can't get the kill. And Hydra is now very much so exposed, and he's down. Hydra down. Pogga is pogging. 74,000 for him, top damage dealer. And they get the kill on Sonya. Is this going to be it? 5 versus 4 now. Can the blue team win this game? This is the first kill, by the way, that they got outside of that core wipe earlier. So they're going for the tribute. Like, what's happening? We're 24 minutes into the game. 24 minutes. And the top side is now getting attacked too, making the whole situation over here even worse. I mean, that could be the end of the keep. And of course, the curse is in now as well. Team SoundLess, everybody. What a game. What a series to start game number 1 off. 6 kills against Diablo. They're still 7 kills behind, but they take the keep at the bottom of the map and they're making their play. And it's a 5 versus 4 here. It's a 5 versus 4. Sonya's down. So, yeah, here comes the play for Hydra again. Trying to get the quick kill here. And Hydra at this point, he's on 25 souls, so it's not like he has a whole lot or anything. His hit point pool is still a little bit low. They're trying to go for the play in the middle and take all of those keeps. And of course, the top side is also getting attacked here. Sonya is going to be back in another second. Here we go. That's the move. Can they maybe now with a leap and the VP make a play happen? VP is ready. They're trying to go for the back line. Arrows soaked by Zeratul. Intercession being used. And here's the ult on Whitemane. The APOC, again, not connecting with a lot, but at least stunning one of them out. And Hydra is low. There's the leap. And that's the end of Diablo. And this time he's not going to come back. But the keep is about to fall. And the keep at the top side isn't looking fantastic either. But they get the second kill. They get the kill against Pogga. And that's a huge problem. Lucio, the Death's Advance is helping here. Galaxy is jumping in. And Whitemane is keeping him alive. The kill against Hanzo, the kill against Lucio. 5-man team wipe. All of them are down. Top keep has fallen. The one in the middle is nearly dead. Galaxy is trying to take the catapults down. And now they are on their way to victory. Slowly making their way over towards the opponent's core. And this time there is nobody here to stop them. This time they're gonna make it happen. 100%. There is nobody here to stop them. This is gonna be a win. A bit delayed, but this time it's actually happening. Game number 1 ends in favor of Team DNA as they lock in the 1-0 in this Heroes of the Storm Tournament series. GG and well played. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Map number 2, Towers of Doom, everybody. Team SoundLess against Team DNA. The winner of this series makes it to the Masters Clash, and the loser is unfortunately out of the competition. It is the last chance qualifier match for the two teams, and Team DNA has taken the lead. A bit unexpected, I gotta say. Team DNA, they came in and qualified, so to say, on the last leg, where SoundLess has been a very solid team throughout the entire qualifier set up to the 4 weeks where we had those qualifier tournaments. So now we got the Vikings banned out. Doesn't come as a shock. Again, you have Hydra on the other side. He's been playing a lot with the Vikings. He's been playing them on Curse. He's been playing them on Towers. He's been playing them on quite a few maps. So you want to get this out of the way as soon as you can. Yeah, Whitemane gets banned. And we got the ban on Chromie. But this is going to be a bit of a highlight. So Medivh gets banned too. Now, again, as we already said, there's obviously 4 teams that are qualified for the Masters Clash. Those are the teams that made it through the tournaments, the Open Qualifiers, that won one of them. That's 30k, Chili Mountain, the Donuts, and the Hardos. And now we're looking for the last 4 teams to complete the 8-team lineup. Uther is the first pick, already in. And how is DNA going to play this one out? What are we going to get from them here? SoundLess is the team that is really known for their aggression and to try and make some plays here. But now Sylvanas gets locked in by Galaxy. And we got the Sonya pick. Now here in Towers of Doom, you can of course also try to play... they're wasting no time. Like, bam, Stukov, bam, Leo. Now, I was just about to say, you can play a bit more focused on the globals on this map. Pick Brightwing, pick Falstad, we've seen Dehaka. None of that now, though. Instead, Hydra with Leo, the janitor in the house. And, well, let's go. Bans are coming in. You gotta be a little bit worried about Nenopy, of course, too. Some of his Li Ming players that he had in the past is also a little bit sick. There's the Arthur's ban now against the team in red. I mean, honestly, for Team DNA, Alfredo! Yeah, Zeratul is in. Let's go. His Gul'dan plays are legendary. Let's see what he can do on Zeratul here. But no, jokes aside, for Team DNA to take the lead in this particular series is actually kind of crazy. Because Team Soundless came more or less in as the first seed in this entire lineup. So they play against the, so to say, weakest one. And they lost the first map, so that's always a bit of a bad feeling, and you gotta be worried. If you make a mistake on the second map, you're 0-2 already. Now, Dehaka, as I mentioned, he is in now, so they go for the global. And here comes the double pick for the blue team. We need the main tank, and I want to see what Nenopy is gonna go for. Well, actually, we have a main tank, we have Uther. Alright, Maiev is in, and there's Cassia. Stuns, slows, tethers, silence, a lot of good tools for fights. And they need to control Zeratul, of course. That's going to be one of the main objectives for the team, to make sure that Zeratul is not getting completely out of hand in this one. Last pick. It's party time, everybody. Soundless against Team DNA, and the last pick for game number 2 here in Towers of Doom, it is Rhaegar! Okay, for the camps over here, the Dehaka main tank. Let's go, everybody. We got game number 2 coming up in the best of 3 series at our Heroes of the Storm tournament. The last leg qualifier set up for the Masters Clash. Let's jump straight into Towers of Doom. Game number 2, Towers of Doom, Soundless against Team DNA, and the lead goes to the red team. On the left side, we got Nenopy on Cassia for Team Soundless. We got Hydra on Leoric, Shamzik on Stukov, Sir Ice Cream on Uther, and Farlander is playing Maiev. Towards the right side of the map, Mac the Kid on Dehaka, we got Billy on Rhaegar, Galaxy on Sylvanas, Abla on Sonya, and Alfredo, the brother of Aldente, on Zeratul. Going into the Cleave Star. Seems like we're going to get a Void Prison over here. Void Prison into Leap. Let's make it happen. Well, how about no? How about let's not make it happen? Anyways, level 1 talents. We got the stacks for Cassia in. Mr. Soapbar over here. He's going to try and clean out the trash in the mid lane as he's starting to swing onto the minion wave. Yeah, and of course, now the big question, who can win game number 2? A 2-0 lead for Team DNA would be a bit insane, but if they can pull that off, that would be, of course, fantastic for them. So, let's see how this is gonna work out now. We got on level 1, the Furious Blow, we got the Overwhelming Affliction towards the top side. Abla is pushing this one out. And, yep, it is time to also watch out for the minions. Well, for the mercenary camps. they really want like, this is a nice trap. As soon as they're moving in for that, they're gonna be attacked. So it's all about just trying to bait them out here, wait for them to make a play, and since nobody has approached this right away, instead they're just saying, you know what, guys, instead of waiting for them and trying to get a drop, let's just go for the camp. We haven't shown yet, so let's just take it. And they steal it away. So the pumpkins are taken. Now they can move down to the bottom. Vision was, of course, everything here. They realized how slow and how passive Galaxy and Billy were playing at the bot lane, and so they just said, okay, we can take this one. So that's exactly what they did. And now they take their own on the left side, so good for them. And let's see if they can take a bit of a lead here. I mean, for now, it's an experience gain for DNA, but it's nothing crazy. We have Maiev still doing her thing. Triple altar phases, of course, gonna pop up next. But yeah, time will tell which team is gonna get ahead here and get the first kill, get the first bloodlot in. I mean, Leo is losing a couple of hit points. Hydra is going up against Zeratul right now, but the Ice Cream is close, so he can supply some heals. And down here, the tether against Dehaka puts Mac into some difficult spots, but he makes it out. Pumpkins about to rush in, and then they get locked down by Sylvanas. But the connect is there, and there's another tether, and that's a kill. Dehaka is down. Dehaka gets obliterated, so quick kill on him. 2 minutes in, and the first kill came through. Nicely done. And now the push, of course, straight up for the bell tower. We got Farlander moving towards the middle, catching the experience here. Sonya's dealing with the camp all the way topside. And this is the triple altar phase right now. A bit of a cleave. Hydra gets the drain in, but he has to be careful now. Especially with Sonya being this close, double support is great. The problem is if none of those two are anywhere near where you are, then you are in trouble. Instead, it's going to be a 2-for-2. Hydra is dead. They're trying to go for the kill against Uplo. And there it is. Even Zeratul is in trouble and has to blink out. But they're, of course, now going to try and make those top left, top right plays and exchanges on the altars, whereas Stukov at the bottom has taken over the position. And Shamsi connects the first 4 shots. So it's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Team Soundless. Yep, nicely done. 2 kills for 1. Slash build continues. And so does the slam build. 7 stacks for Cassia. And again, early on, not really too much happening yet. It's kind of fun to at least see Rhaegar back in the game when one of them. Colossal Totem into the Healing Totem. We got the Drain on 7 with the Willing Vessel now. And the early level 7 talents gives them a bit of a power spike, but they are really aggressively sieging up on that bot lane, aren't they? I mean, Soundless is now trying to drop that fountain. Nanopi is connecting whenever he can, and he drops it low, he kills the shield, but that is going to recharge soon. Now that the camp is back up, they still feel that they have a good shot of coming in and taking it away again, and indeed they do. So the problem is simply that nobody wants to fight against the 4-man right now. They want to wait for the level 10 before they can set something up here, and that's just not the case. So they are waiting, they're playing it passive, but that also means that they're taking damage at the bottom. They are getting pushed back again. Mac the kid. And here comes Sylvanas. But immediately Stukov is ready. He's trying to cut off their path of retreat. Leo dies in the one-on-one again at the top lane. But Zeratul has now moved down back here. And is trying to make a play as well. They're all looking for those pumpkins. They're trying to take them out before another one can connect and threaten the bell tower. Double altars activating, and we're talking about level 8 now. 2 more levels. 2 more levels to close until you have your 10. Your rogue abilities. And down here, the Seeker and the Dark. So we've got the Seeker on 7, plus the Battle Rage on top of it. Yeah, Leo's, of course, back to business. That's a good thing if you have Leo dying on a lane. He's respawning on site. Doesn't have travel time. Makes it a bit easier. But he still has to move out here. And he's not the only one, because in the middle, all of a sudden, the fight turns against Alfredo. But Farlander makes it out, and the drag doesn't connect, but they're getting some slows here in on Mac. And that pushes him back, and Uther gets a free channel at the bottom. So that's another shot fired. 28-36. They're pushing through the bot lane a bit more aggressively in an attempt to also get the bell tower. And Team DNA, they need to at some point really start to face the music here. I'm not sure they can wait for level 10. There's the tether, the pokes are happening, and at least they get those pumpkins. The altar hasn't yet been channeled either. It's all about the rogue abilities for them. Top lane, 1 versus 1. Leo is a bit low and has to move away. But the shots are fired. And that's another connect with 24 points now against 36. But finally we got the level 10 abilities. And now the big question. What is Sonya gonna do? Wrath of the Berserker. Alright. We got the Void Prison. Kind of was obvious with the build that they're using here. They're gonna go for Isolation. And Dehaka as more as a main tank with the adaptation on level 10. Very, very different style from what you would normally see here. And then again, you look over to the blue team and we got pretty traditional talents. The only one that is maybe a little bit farther out there is the disc for Maiev, but even that is not out of meta or anything. It's less picked, but still totally viable. So, there we go. There's a kill again against Leo. Another one. But they get the stuns in and he has to drop the VP. VP has to be dropped and Sonya might still be in trouble. Nah, she gets away. Now, one of the side effects, obviously, from us not having a lot of fights is that Cassia has a tough time stacking, and that doesn't really change down here, but they get the save. And now, with Uther moving in, they were even hoping to get a stun connected. Instead, it's the tether into the stun against Dehaka, and he has to pop the essence early once more. 3 kills, and they are all against Leo. Every single one of them. And now, of course, another camp. I mean, camp control is insane. Let's look at the experience. How many camps did the the red team even get? They got 1. We got only the pumpkin camp at the top. This is now, I think it's the 5th now that has been taken by Team Soundless. 5 of those camps taken. And the fight is still continuing down here. Or at least the poke battle. It's not really a big fight or anything. But they're just poking this out slowly. The problem for Team DNA is that they're dying a slow death here. They need some wins. And they go for Farlander now. But they can't get the kill. And with another altar up, Stukov is getting that too. I don't really know what exactly Team DNA is waiting for now for their big plays. Are they saving the big play for game number 3 or what exactly is happening? Because they still got some time. This is a comeback map. But they're giving up more and more space on this map and they're starting to fall significantly behind. It's 20 points against 36. Is that a disaster? No. Not in Towers of Doom. You can come back here. But you need to win some battles in order to do so. And so far they haven't really made a big approach for it. Now, stacking for Cassia is obviously incredibly slow because there's no fights. I mean, look at the damage output. There's like no damage for 8.5 minutes into the game. Top damage is 16,000. And that's the side laners. Disregard the side laners for a second and you have a very different picture. The only reason why the side laners have high enough damage is because they are still padding their damage against each other the entire time. Alright, so now still the play and the pressure at the bottom. Up at the top, they're trying to go for Sonya. And Abla is not gonna make it, is he? They're stopping the spin. The drain timing is not right. And he might actually make it. He is actually making it. They dropped 2 ults on him and they couldn't get the kill here. A lot of the abilities were mistimed and that's why Sonya gets away. Busted. There's a Jack. Look at that. That's a nice connect and that's a snappy kill. Now we're talking. Alright. Now we're talking here. Well done. Yeah, top right gets channeled right now. Sonya's going for the first one. Down here they're fighting a 4 versus 4. The tether, the kill. Zeratul is dead. And Sonya, she didn't actually finish the channel. So yeah, now she's doing exactly that. And Stukov is already moved over to the left side. So they're winning one of the 2 altars. There's no way they're making a play for this one. It's not happening here. But at the bottom of the map, there's where Ninopi is doing his thing. And another 4 shots get fired. Bam. 16 to 32. They're doubling it. Okay, and there's the next play. Hydra. He gets the Entomb. He lands it. It was clutch though. That could have backfired. The Self-Ancestral on Rega. And that keeps him in play. Big cooldown trade. Victory for Soundless. Small cooldown on the Entomb versus the huge one that we have on the Ancestral. But this is a bit of a problem. Abla is just dominating the top lane. And he just took that bell tower. So now they have to commit at the bottom. They have to. They gotta come in here and try and take this one. So, yep. In come the plays. They're starting to make the way towards the fort, but there's also still Zeratul up. Doesn't have his Void Prison, so there's that. And here we go. Leo at the top, ghosting around a little bit on the lane. Finds a couple of minions. And down here, next invade. So, by the way, Cassia's finally starting to stack a little bit now that there's fights happening. Here comes Leo. It's a 5 versus 5, but they already steal the camp. Can they go for the next Entomb here? They definitely have it. Sonya dies first. There's no way Dehaka makes it out. There is 0 chance of him surviving here. Like, none. Goodbye. Sonya and Dehaka both dead. At least they took the camp, but now that's a triple phase. And they're just gonna be back by the time that the altars spawn. I mean, just. Doesn't change the fact that Team DNA has an extra bell tower over Team Soundless. So now is the time to go to the bot lane and take this one. Yeah, Galaxy is already jumping out. There's the VP. But that's not going to change anything. If anything, it allows them to get the tether connected on Rega. And Rega gets wrecked. And that's a play stake for Alfredo as Farlander misses his disc. Yeah, but that's the bell tower, so they get it. And Leo at the top. He's connected it. It's 3 shots fired. I can understand that he doesn't want to wait this one out because, let's be honest here, if he waits too long, Sonya's going to interrupt him. Instead, they're still getting 4 shots through the top left, and as Maiev is now channeling this one, it's 8 shots in total. That's single digits. Single digits on the core now. Boom, they're down to 5. 32 to 5, and now the mid lane is about to be taken. So, yep, there we go. And of course, the bot lane control is just huge because now the 2 pumpkin camps can threaten the core directly. And if you're already on single digits and on only 5 points, then that's I mean, it's even worse. I gotta say, it surprises me still how passive Team DNA plays. It feels like the entire time they didn't step really onto the left side of the map. That most of the time they're just sitting in a defensive position and trying to not die. Now they had their fair share of kills, it's 7-4. It's not like we have an insane gap on the kill count. But just from a playstyle perspective, this feels pretty timid. Now, Hydra, he's gonna retake this one at the top. We took the one in the middle at least. Can they take this? No, they're a bit too late for it. But Leo isn't here, so they gotta disengage. And Uther, I guess they have to fight this one. He goes for the Divine Shield so he can make his way out. Pumpkin gets grabbed, and they escape. They actually escape down to the bottom where they still hold the bell tower. And Zeratul needs to be Ancestral. They're Ancestraling Zeratul. Galaxy takes it back. Goes for the bell tower conversion, but they might lose some hero here. The Tomb misses. And Tomb misses completely. One down now. There we go. There we are. That's the aggression that I'm looking for. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. It's a triple kill. Yeah, that's a bit of a different style. And now they can start to push with Sylvanas. All right. But yeah, look at this big fight that we saw there. First, the slam against Stukov, and that's a kill. And then they're able to follow up with 2 more against Maiev and Uther. Finally, some control at the bottom. Leo's taking the top, but they're still so far behind that this is going to be tricky one way or another. But again, they're establishing control, and that's important. Yep, he takes it, and that's 5 shots. That still only puts them down to 27 against 5. And in experience, there's no lead for them. So 1 connects. All right, 26. And Nano-P stops the pumpkins. Yeah, the boss, of course, gets attacked in the meantime. Now, they moved in for the boss. I feel SoundLess could have played it a little bit differently, but they're still heavily ahead here. And now that they're taking the boss all the way up at the top, they remove one of the tools also from the map that could be used by the blue team to win the game. Pretty much right here. 22-5. Game is not over until the fat lady sings, everybody, so can't call that a game yet. That's not GG. SoundLess could still lose this. We all have seen Towers of Doom matches that completely flip in the late game. And it shouldn't. SoundLess should bring this home. They have what it takes. But now they go up against level 20. Gotta be careful. Gotta wait for your own. Then lock in the Buried Alive and make the engage happen at some point. The Shadow Mending is in. Bolt of the Storm. Buried Alive now has been taken. It's 20 versus 20. It's party time. Single altar is coming up next. 1 altar, but they need to retake the bell tower. Okay. Yeah, where's the Buried Alive when you need it? Leo's looking for it. Yeah, ideally, of course, you don't want to have it against one of the tanks. You want to hit someone else. Can you hit Zeratul with it? Okay, they know exactly where Alfredo is, and he blinks away. If he gets hit by the Entomb, then it's lights out. Trying to move in from the side. There's the attack. Are they going for the move against Sonya? No. No. They don't want her. Not that easily. Okay, here comes the 5 versus 5. They're moving in from the top. And the Haka gets attacked. Stunned out. Poked into the ground. Slowly. Has to pop the essence here. Could still try and get the drag against Leo. Is still totally fine. And it's all about the altar. But there's a bell tower on the left and a bell tower on the right. And both of them are controlled by DNA. There's the Buried Alive. And immediately Zeratul dropping the VP. Drops the VP, Wailing Arrow as the follow-up. They go for Stukov, but he gets the heal, and Zeratul is dead. Billy is down. Rega and Zeratul both eliminated. Shamsik is on the run. He gets pushed. Oh my god, Abla. He can't get the kill, and he dies. What a great play there towards the end by Stukov. First, preventing his own death. Maiev following it up and saving him. The 3 shots, they get fired. The core is down to 2 points, and now they can start to retake these bell towers. 4 at the bottom left, 1 at the bottom left, 4 at the bottom right, the other left. 10-7. Yeah, and that is bad news because there's still 2 pumpkin cams up that can now easily be taken, and it's 30 seconds or 20 until Zeratul, Rega, and Sonya are back. Yep. That's gonna hurt. That might just be the end. Leo goes for the next one. Should probably join with the team here. All they need are 2 of the pumpkins. It's all they need right now. Connect 2 of the pumpkins and you're good. You draw even. You go into game number 3 on a tie. Yeah, well, and here they go. Sonya isn't here yet. Rest of the team is ready. Entomb. No, first the disc. Trying to follow up. And there it is on Sylvanas. Sylvanas in trouble. And the quick Ancestral. double altar is coming up now. Next one is a double altar. And both of them at the bottom of the map. That's not good news. Not for the red team. It's very good news for the blue team. If you're a fan of Team SoundLess, this is exactly what you're looking for. There's the tether. They want the kills. Leo with the drain attempt again. Essence gets popped. They're trying to go for Mac. And Cassia, she's stacking. 72 stacks for her. Yeah, her late game stacks are looking way better than what happened in the early game when the red team avoided fighting. But that's 17 seconds and you need to go in deep. That bottom bell tower, that bottom altar is so difficult to reach from their end. It's rough. And they are already zoning. I mean, they're zoning already. All they gotta do is slow them down. It's over. No, it's not. Dehaka tunneled in. Dehaka tunneled in. They're trying to go for a Divine Shield. They cheesed it. They cheesed it. The Divine Shield timing is perfect. And that is game. Nice. 10-8. The tie in the series as SoundLess locks in the victory on Towers of Doom. Series is tied. 1-1. We're heading into Infernal Shrines. Our third map in the best of 5 here at the Masters Clash. More Heroes of the Storm tournament action between SoundLess and Team DNA. Yeah. Diablo needs affection. So far he hasn't really gotten a whole lot of affection. And no Diablo in game number 2. We got Uther banned first. And well, let's get this started. Infernal Shrines, we should, again, Medivh should be banned. And it should be banned right now by Team DNA. If you got a first pick for Team SoundLess, they are the ones who would lock Medivh in if they could. So now you should really think about what you should ban out. And as I say that, I realize that I'm actually talking out of my ass a little bit. And it is the other way around. Team SoundLess is the team that needs to ban Medivh out since they are second pick and not the other way around. So yeah. After casting for 8 hours straight today already without a break, my brain gets scrambled a little bit right now. So we got a white main banned. Once again, no Medivh ban, which means that Bird Boy is up. Yeah. And there he is. Games begin. Yeah, indeed. Let the game begins, buddy. That is an interesting one to slip through. Medivh is tough. He just ruins plays. But I mean, if he gets picked first, then at least you know what you're up against. So now they can try and draft a little bit of portal control. Junkrat maybe, Stukov, Lucio, all heroes that would help there. They go for the Lucio setup. Blaze also has some slows in his repertoire and the stun. I would personally still love to see a Junkrat if you feel that you can get away with him. Because Junkrat's mine on a portal from Medivh is a pain in the ass for the Medivh team. But yeah, letting Medivh slide, you probably should also ban Diablo, honestly. Because if a team already calls themselves DNA, no Diablo. Diva and Varian. I mean, a Varian approach with a portal into a quick stun is kinda nice. I'm still wondering a little bit how they're... Zeratul, honestly, I don't know why they're banning Zeratul. If they would pick Zeratul and a support, that would mean that they don't have a range damage dealer. And I don't think that that would threaten enough with what you already have. So the Zeratul ban, I don't really think you need to go for that. Because the red team, they still need a proper healer. And they want to have some damage. And you want to have some range damage on Infernal Shrines too. So instead Sylvanas gets banned. Yeah, the variant combo I feel is always a little bit odd when you're playing it with Medivh. Or at least it can be. I mean, again, you can still make that draft work, of course. But banning out Zeratul definitely throws me a bit for a loop here. I think, if anything, I would have banned a support and made sure that there's no synergies with Varian that we have on the support side. Kel'Thas gets picked. Okay. Shalanore. Salami. Mikeza. Rexa. Alright. I mean, it seems like we're gonna have triple frontline for them. Yeah, that's a little bit out. I mean, honestly, I also gotta say that for the last 8 hours or so, I've been casting the top 4 in Europe. Now, these teams are, of course, still in the top 8, but there's definitely a bit of a gap. So my brain is just like, and has to adjust to the different ban patterns that we're seeing here. Some of them, of course, being personal preferences. But now we got a Deckard Cain and a Kerrigan. The Varian Kerrigan engage with the Medivh on the shield and the portal set up for them. Okay. Who needs range damage? Well, they got Medivh, I suppose. But the last pick, Shamzik. What are we getting for the third game? Arthurs! Alright, Arthurs to run Varian down. We've seen that a few times, and now we're going up against Kerrigan too. Infernal Shrines, game number 3. Third game in the best of 5 series. Let's go, everybody. Team SoundLess against Team DNA at the Masters Clash Last Chance Qualifier. Infernal Shrines, SoundLess against Team DNA. Nenopi on Khaldor on the left side. Hydra on Blaze. Farlander on Rexa. We got some Ice Cream on Arthurs. And Shamzik on Lucio. Towards the right side of the map, after their loss on Towers of Doom, we have DNA. Diablo Needs Affection. With Mac the Kid on Varian. Billy on Deckard Cain. Abla on Diva. Alfredo on Medivh. And we got Galaxy on Kerrigan. Every single time that I see Alfredo, I know it's not quite the right one, but in my head it's like, bonus points for everybody who gets that one. So, either way, we got High King's Quest. Wait, what? Give me a second here. We have High King's Quest on level 1. I'm just saying that like it's normal, and a moment later my brain processes what it sees. Seriously? Okay. I am a bit afraid of what we could possibly see now on level 4, but we'll wait this one out. This is definitely not the norm on Variant. Let's just put it like that. For the normal taunt variant setup that we've now watched for weeks on weeks on weeks, this is definitely not what you normally get here. So, either way, we got top side now, we got Hydra already sitting tight here. We have Abla starting to move in the middle of the map. Our foreman is, of course, starting to rotate around, where Medivh is now going to try and get his stacks together. So, that's priority for him. Talking about stacks is obviously priority for Nenopi too. I mean, he wants to have his 20 stacks as soon as he can, so that he is at least in a position where he can get the shield out. But, yep. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at that level 1 and I'm terrified about the level 4. Please, for the love of God, just don't do it. Okay. So, down here, Kerrigan gets attacked. I mean, there's a lot of combos that he can set up here. And Varian, of course, might be having a bit of a problem later on in the game once that Arthas is starting to use the Frozen Tempest against him. Yeah, and level 4 talents are kicking any second. Bird Boy is watching everything. A bird named Alfredo. That name just kills me. My name is Mario, it's Luigi, and his cousin Alfredo. And it's Smash Varian. We're gonna have a lot of yelling in this game. Alright, at least it's not the meme blade, so at least there's that. But no taunt? I mean, okay. So instead, we're gonna get a bit of Smash. That's at least where the damage comes from. So Mac is gonna do a lot of shouting as the game continues. For now, the only one that's shouting is Kerrigan over here. Even with the shield from Alfredo, that's a kill. Galaxy is down. Galaxy is dead. We got quite a bit of CC, obviously, on SoundLess with the Gravity Labs to boot. And down here, they're even putting Mac the Kid in some trouble. Shouting around already and doing pretty much... well, he slayed a bear. So there's that. So he was at least able to take that one down. I still gotta say that I'm looking at this and I'm just like... Nope. Okay, so we'll see. I might be wrong. But at this point when I'm looking at the lineup and I'm looking at the two teams, I'm definitely giving the blue team the upper hand here. They are already doing a great job on the objective, as you can see. Starting to do their thing. And nobody's contesting that at all. Instead, they're taking the camp at the top. So they might be trying to get some counter pressure once that the objective is taken. But realistically, they're not going to get this Punisher. They're just giving it up. They're saying, alright, this ain't happening. Let's wait for later on in the game and play maybe for the 10 again. And honestly, it starts to worry me a little bit, because that's the same tendency that they had in game number 2, and it didn't really go all that well. So this is a different map, this is a different style. It's not that unheard of to let the first objective go. but normally when you do it, you're trying to get counter pressure somewhere else on the map, and that hasn't happened so far. Now that the Frozen Punisher gets locked in, we have a camp taken at top. I gotta say, I don't like that move either, because it pretty much just means that the Punisher is pushing solo at the bot lane. So they are late. This is time wasted. You could push either the top or the bottom while this happens, and taking the camp this late is awkward. If you want to take the camp, then stay at 39 and give a bit of time to the guy. Like, I have no idea what this was. Honestly, that makes zero sense. If you want to have your camp pushing, either you push this right away when the Punisher pushes, or if you want to have the camp and you want to capitalize on it, what you do is you get 39 stacks on the shrine, you let someone stay in the bush that can snipe the 40th if you need to, and then you're taking the camp, and once that the camp is taken, you lock the last one in, and then you have both pushing at the same time. What they just did now makes no sense. So maybe they were supposed to stop at 39 and accidentally he killed another one. That is honestly the only explanation that I can come up with that would make sense here, because it's not like these guys are playing the game for the first time. So maybe he was supposed to only kill 39 and he misclicked or didn't, I don't know, hit the right target, whatever it was, and all of a sudden killed 2 instead of 1. So I suppose that's what happened there, because what just actually happened in front of us, not only does it make no sense, it wasted an entire Punisher for very, very little. Now you got a little bit of value down here. Blaze has been locked down by Carrigan once while we've been talking about this at the top. But of course now we're going for the camps again. The early level 10 is in. Stacks are coming together slowly. We have at least 4 level 10. Ninopi with the 20 stacks towards his level 1. So the Mana Addict can provide him the shield now. They got Kane with the Resident Sleeper set up. Yep, they're getting the vision granted over here. So that one is gonna fall. Maybe not. There it is. Alright, so they take it down. The fountain is gone. And that's the lane where the next objective spawns. So yeah, there's that. But either way, we still have a couple of heroics that are not taken yet. And down at the bottom, Varian comes in with a shield wall. And down here, are we yeah, okay, Phoenix, thank you. Phoenix is in, and on top of that we get the high five. Righty. So, high five in the times of Corona. Have you learned nothing, Lucio? Gets punished right away for it. Doesn't wash his hands, wants to high five people, doesn't socially distance. There is only one punishment for that, and it is death, of course. Anyways, fight continues, and Varian, he can yell all day, but he's dead. So he's dead too. And that's a kill for a kill. Carrigan with the combo! And Rexa gets blown to pieces by the D.Va comp, everybody. Yeah, we're gonna take another look at that. Check this one out. So they're towards the end. Rexa, now watch Carrigan. They're coming in. Rexa is trying to escape, gets locked into the stun, and the D.Va comp explodes right in his face and takes him down. 3 kills to 2 now that we're 7 minutes in. And yep, it's a fun one over here. 24 stacks on the Mana Addict. And what else are we gonna get now? I mean, obviously you have a bit more CC also with the Ultralist, but the next objective is up. There's only one team that has a fountain in the middle. Quick quest completion for Medivh. 7.5 minutes in. And the choke point control of Deckard Cain is on point. I need to tap the fountain and then make a play for it. Quick pre-tap, and always keep in mind your opponent doesn't have that one. So they're starting to make their play. Here we go. Varian, the portal, the shield, he gets out. Deckard Cain telling stories again, putting everybody to sleep. Mac the Kid, the kill against Misha, but they're going for the Mac. And Carrigan, bunker on the ground. They're dancing around it nicely. And now they have a chance to lock in a few more of those minions towards the objective. But it's still a 5 versus 5. Arthas is trying to create a bit of space for the rest of the team. But it seems like Team SoundLess is able to take a lead now. Yeah, still a bit of a poke out. Well, vision also from Misha. Carrigan is looking for the engage. There's the ley line. They're trying to follow that up. But they can't just now. The Unstoppable is in, and it is 38 to 30 stacks. The Mortar Punisher is taken. They can't stay here much longer. That thing is going to start to jump in. And it's going to go face. You know it's going to go face. Jump gets procced, and goodbye D.Va. Yep. That one was pretty easy to call. 3 kills to 3, and now they're moving straight into that middle. Yep, that's an easy fort. Easy peasy locking that one down. No problem. 13 talents ready. Most of the damage now on the side of Khaldor, so just locked in the Pyromaniac. Uses the Phoenix already to soften the wall up a bit. They're hoping to take this one down too. D.Va is just now back on the map. And Team SoundLess, after losing game 1, they are looking for the 2-1 lead in this best of 5. They are taking the advantage now. And as the team in red defends the mid lane, the top fort is the next target of the flood of blue players. Yeah, they're coming top side. 13 talents are in. That gives us also the Mortal Strike. We get some damage onto the fort, and they're able to take the fountain down. So that's good news for them. And, well, together with that, we also have more and more stacks coming in for Khaldor. So that is helping him with the mana pool. That's helping him with the additional shield that he has. Arthur's still a little bit slower on this. He doesn't have his level 1 completed. The level 4 is also not completed yet either. Would be kind of neat if he could do that soon. But the Ice Cream has definitely thrown a little bit of a wrench into the plans of Team DNA. And down at the bottom, the poke is still happening. You got the camp, and they are taking this one for free. Now, they take it for free for a reason, because Kerrigan and D.Va are up at the top stealing the camp away here. But, I mean, spoiler alert, that's not really worth it, because you're losing way more than only the fort at the bottom of the map. They are losing the side wall, the tower, the gate, and now they're also losing tower number 2. And the problem is, take a wild guess where the next objective spawns. You guessed it already, it's the bot lane. So, that one's gonna hurt. If you don't win that fight, they're gonna go for keep right away. And that camp, I mean, it's nice to take it, because then you can set the top lane up, but it has already been defeated very easily. And yeah, it's all about what they can do with this one later. I still find that a little bit of an awkward spot to be in, because that bot lane could be trouble. So now they started to rotate towards the top again. And I don't think they invade. Like, don't invade into choke points. It's just not worth it. So half a level until they got their 16. But once again, there's one team that roams the map, looks for kills, tries to push. There's one team that is playing a more reactive playstyle. Now, to be fair, they got the same amount of kills together with it, but they're starting to lack in structures. Chrysalis is now also in. That gives Kerrigan a bit more survivability. It seems like SoundLess is just sitting there and is like, yeah, we don't really know what to do. There's no camp back up on the map. We can't really do a whole lot. Top lane is maybe something that we can attack, but then again, we want the half level 16. So, there we have it. We go and take the camp out. Both of the teams are now on level 16, so it's still even talents. First of all, we get the painful spikes in, but now it's the bot lane. And as I said, fountain against no fountain. And of course, the problem with the keep wall that we highlighted earlier. Feign Death is ready. In an ideal world, you want to get some easy kills in before that even happens. But now the Fury of the Sunwell for the double explode. Even more zoning tools that they now hold. And on top of that, we got the Remorseless Winter. So Arthur's is starting to become an absolute CC machine. And they are again first. They are on the point. Medivh sees them. They're checking all the nooks and crannies over here. All the corners. But they have a big lead already on the minion stacks. Kerrigan, she's sitting right there. Varian gets attacked. Varian, gravity lapse, careful. The shots are hitting. Phoenix is out. He jumps into the back. The old man with the setup, the combo, the kill. Khaldor is down. But so is Deckard Cain. Arthur's dropping him completely. Misha is dead, but without a support, this is going to be tough. There's a ley line already happening. Alfredo is down. They take him. The quest completed for Arthur's. Varian with an attempt to get a kill, but it doesn't work out for him. He dies, and now they're going straight up for D.Va. They eat the explosion. They don't care. D.Va is dead too, and that's 4 heroes down. Kerrigan is the only survivor, and this is a nightmare for them. They are falling behind in experience. The map is open. They can even wait for Khaldor to come back. The bot lane, as I mentioned earlier, has been pushed already. This is not looking good at all for Team DNA. Team SoundLess has a sound position on this map now. And they are making a lot of noise at this point. They're going for one camp after another. And yeah, Shamsi is just dancing around here saying like, well, 37, 38... Let's go for the 40, baby. Yeah, 2 camps in the middle, 1 camp any second at the bottom. They're taking it all. They're also moving top side with the Hydra and pushing the wall even out a bit further out of the lane. And of course now it's all hands on deck for the keep. Yeah, there it is. Arcane Punisher. Those Arcane Sentries, they do hurt. They indeed do. The damage output, the numbers, Medivh top damage in the game. It's not even close. Like, he literally is just like running the show here. 28,000 damage for him. Compare that to what Kelthas has, 19,000. Blue team might not have a lot of damage here, but they get the kills. They get the kills and they get the structures, which is even more important. So now they are making another big push for the bottom fight. Down here, the Ultralist, they go for Nano P again, but this time Kelthas is safe. Bunker is in, and goodbye, Alfredo. Medivh dead. Top damage dealer for the red team is already gone. D.Va gets attacked as well. The keep is down. This is a nightmare. D.Va is dead. The old man, nah, he's not going to be able to run away from this quickly enough. The Punisher jumping in straight on his face and drops him. And that one is lights out. They're going to go for the core here. This is the 2-1 lead for Team SoundLess. Too strong. They start to dominate this series. The 2-1 victory, or well, the 2-1 lead in the best of 5 as they lock in the victory on Infernal Shrines. Nicely done by the team in blue. Game number 4, the 2-1 lead for Team SoundLess, everybody. Yeah, it's time to party. We got Dragonshire as our 4th map, and I don't know, Team DNA didn't really look all that good on the last 2 maps, I gotta say, because they played quite passive, and I'm not a fan of what we just saw on Infernal Shrines either. You get away with a Medivh pick, and then you go into a Smash variant setup. I'm not so sure what to think about that, to be quite frank. I think there were way better setups that they could have gone for. I mean, they literally could have gone into a Stukov plus a damage dealer and just try to get some variant taunt going like we've seen in so many other games, or just go into a different tank on Infernal Shrines. But either way, that was not really convincing. So they gotta change this up a bit if they really want to break through Team SoundLess, I feel. And now that we have White Main banned again, something that Team SoundLess just says like, nope, this isn't happening again. Let's get this out of the way. We have Medivh banned. We got Uther banned. Chromie is up. Stukov variant. They're all still ready. Technically, you could play Vikings now. I don't think that Hydra is going to do it here, but I guess the option is always available. Sylvanas, she gets picked first. Yeah, the hope of momentum. You're hoping to get some pushing going. You hope to get a team fight victory and then push through with Sylvanas. You can go for the camps too.
Anna checking in.
Anna checks in. Which immediately triggers in my head again these like Eye of Horus plays with Zeratul. It's the first thing that happens. And that's another map where you can also make some serious plays with the Zeratul, especially at the top lane. Depends a bit on what your opponent plays there, obviously, but yeah, for sure. Now, we don't have Rexa yet, but there's the Zeratul pick. Okay. yeah, they didn't waste any time on that either. So, the quick pick into Zeratul. Zwei dumme ein Gedanke. Same thought there on the side of DNA. And Brightwing gets played too. So we got Brightwing, and that is a setup where you can really put some shenanigans on the top lane, no matter who plays there. Brightwing can portal in, Zeratul can sneak in as well. All of a sudden you think you're playing a 1 versus 1, and then those two appear, and it's a 3v1 and you die. Yeah, the bans. After they just successfully played Arthur's, they are now banning him out. I like that we have a few teams that every now and then play Arthur's against varying compositions and some others. I like that. It's cool to see Arthur's back in. I mean, back in the alpha, he was one of the few tanks that you could play. Still with Venom as his level 4 talent together with Kerrigan. I mean, it was one of the most abusive combos that you could go for. If you just picked Kerrigan plus Arthur's, Howling Blast into Kerrigan combo, and both of them had Venom on level, I think it was level 4, level 7, level 4? Can't really remember which one of them it was. I think it was level 4. But yeah, they just blew everything away. Zarya, ready for duty and lot of vodka. Yeah, So, our Russian-Ukrainian setup is going old school with Zarya, and we got Vala. And Nenopia has already showed in a couple of games that he likes to dance around opponents. Get the speed barrier on 4, let Zarya do her thing, pick the hot pursuit, and then start to murder them. Now, Vala against Zeratul, that's going to be a little bit of a battle that they have to be careful about. But again, good stuff. Dehaka Shakalaka. Alrighty, top side for him. Gets the global in, double global. Yeah, there they are. The strong 4-man and the Vikings. God, I love it. Like back in the day, you had, of course, Shad and Vortex play Vikings on Dragonshire, but you don't see it all that often anymore. But we, of course, know that Hydra really wants to play them, and he does. Game number 4, Dragonshire, everybody. Let's go into the next map of this Best of 5 series. It is Viking time! The Vikings are here and they are ready to rumble, everybody. Oh yeah, it is time to go for the TLV. On the left side, for the blue team, starting things off with Nenopi on Vala, Hydra on the Lost Vikings, Shamzik is playing Ana, Falender on Zarya, and Sir Ice Cream on Blaze. The team in blue is in the lead with the 2-1. On the right side of the map, Team DNA with Mac the Kid on Johanna. Alfredo is playing Zeratul on our 4th map. Billy on Brightwing for a little bit more global action. As you can tell, we currently have Abla on Dehaka, and Galaxy is playing Sylvanas. So this is gonna get quite interesting here because, I mean, we got the Vikings in. Sure, there's a pause right now, but let's have a bit of a look at the lineup. So with what they're trying to run here with Blaze, Zarya, and Vala plus Ana, you're pretty much trying to protect Vala the entire time. So you're already looking at a hyper carry to the extent that, of course, Zarya still can also do a lot of damage. And Blaze is the one that apparently they're waiting for right now. Sir Ice Cream is getting some ice cream out of the fridge, as I have been informed reliably. But what they're going to try and do is likely push through the bot lane and allow the Vikings to just simply channel the top in the middle. And of course, as long as you control the top shrine with the Vikings, you can really do a whole lot of work there, just threatening to take a statue while the rest of the blue team is attacking the bot lane. So there's a lot that you can do with this. Zeratul, of course, is against all of this. Zeratul is still in a position where he can easily come in and farm the Vikings. So it depends a little bit on how well Hydra does with his Viking play. Yeah, and there we go already. Starts to try and take one of them down. But at the bottom of the map, the 4-man starts off. And this is a 4 versus 3 setup with a really strong 4-man with Zarya, with Vala, and they're starting to threaten this wall. And once that the fountain is down, the sustain at the bot lane is going to be incredibly difficult for them in the first place. So as Zeratul and Dehaka are both busy dealing with the Vikings, you have superior numbers at the bottom of the map. And that's exactly what this entire composition is designed around to do. So they're looking for those plays, and that's something that they're pulling off right in front of us. I mean, they're already moving through the wall here, starting to take the first tower down. That's a big win. Vala, of course, still with the hot pursuit on level 1. And Zeratul has now shifted the style a bit. If you compare that to the previous Zeratul build, where we saw more of a cleave setup, this time it's the standard Might of the Narazim, where you're trying to look for mobility. But all of this is just really designed to try and farm the Vikings a little bit and later on threaten Ana and Vala, the squishies on the team. It's a difficult style to go up against. There's a lot of things to really pay attention to. It's not only the 4-man that is the threat. The objective is something you can't ignore either, because the Vikings, as you can see, they are running all this. If the blue team takes the shrine at the bottom, the Vikings take it. But Blaze is down. The problem is that Johanna has also died. Now they get Dehaka. And that is a Dragon Knight, because guess what? Hydra is already waiting. They even got Brightwing off the bottom of the map now. So even that happened. So now Zeratul is moving in, and he doesn't get it. Bam, there it is. Dragon Knight number 1, and still the push through the bottom. You can already see where this is headed. They are just controlling every single aspect of this game. And in order to shut that down, you need to get kills. You need to break through this somehow. And just check this out. I mean, we got Siege Giants now also pushing through the bot lane. That fountain is already gone, which is another huge problem, because it even more so means that you don't have anything that you can actually do here. And yeah, I don't know, but this is tough. This is really tough what we're seeing from them right now. There's a bit of damage coming in. Vikings are still roaming the map. And by the way, Vikings with the Dragon Knight in the middle, they take down a fort. The first Dragon Knight just took down a fort. And they're attacking another one at the bottom of the map too. So it is getting worse by the minute. They're trying to put the pressure on Nanopi. He is still the main damage dealer here. But this is obviously an absolute disaster for Team DNA. And they are struggling heavily, as you can tell. In experience, they're also falling behind, so they're losing ground all over the map. And now SoundLess has pretty much accepted that they won't be able to easily take that fort yet. But if they just move down and take the Bruiser camp, they can make a second approach and take it. Now, at least Balog is now down, but Olaf still survives. And Eric is also still up at the top. So now the 4-man has the newfound Bruiser camp pressure. And can also, of course, utilize the spell aura over here to dodge out on some of the incoming damage. They have a level 7 talent on top of it, which makes matters even worse. And yeah, it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare now for the red team. They're losing way too much ground this early. Seeker in the Dark is now in. So as far as the build goes, we have a bit of a hybrid for Zeratul. But the fort is not going to make it. And as I said in... Oh, nice. Good dodge on Abla at least. Fort is still in play, by the way. Just barely, but it's still there. They're moving, or they're trying to move in for a second approach. Zeratul died to Vala on top of it too, as they were trying to chase it. Vikings are still controlling the experience. And the problem is, of course, as you're starting to lose those forts, and on top of that, you're losing not only the forts, but also those fountains. It becomes harder and harder to control any of these shrines. So you're not going to get the shrines, you are not going to get the move on the dragon statue. They're now trying to come in and at least take a camp so that they can maybe push the top a little bit. But that is also not really working out there. And the foreman doesn't stop. I mean, the foreman just keeps going. The foreman has no reason to stop. They're just sitting there as like, yeah, what are you going to do? We're just going to continue this. If you don't have an answer, we don't care. We're just going to end this slowly but steadily and start taking everything down that you have and own. First, we're going to kill you. First, we're going to kill your dog. Then we're going to kill your family. We're going to kill everybody that has ever known your name. And then finally, when nobody knows even anymore who you are, then we're going to go for you. That might not have been exactly what Team SoundLess said, but as a Russian mafia team, they might have uttered something like that in the past. Then again, they're not really playing for the Russian mafia, so what do I know? Either way. Zarya on the team. Vodka. I know, I've been casting too long today, guys. So, yeah, they're crushing this. Now, the Haka has gone to the top, so that there's no Dragonite. Zeratul has held the middle. Hydra was even trying to make a play for him here, but nope, that isn't happening either. We got 11 versus 9. Heroic abilities are up. I mean, it's... the keep is... Again, it's 6 minutes into the game and they're losing the keep. 6 minutes into the game, they're losing the keep here. I don't know what else to tell you. Abla at the top is now playing that one. And here we go. Level 10, finally. Maybe they can start a bit of a power play here. Now, they have Sylvanas. Again, I still want to highlight that they are running a Sylvanas now. So, with Sylvanas, technically what they could do is, if you win a team fight now, you can maybe engage onto Anna with Jojo through the Falling Sword. You use Zeratul, you come in, you get a couple of kills. Once that happens, they can use Sylvanas to start taking structures down. So, as grim as this looks, as long as they survive and get a few kills in, they can always come back because they have a Sylvanas in their team. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's definitely possible. So if Team SoundLess at some point gets a little bit too cocky, for example, they overchase and then it turns against them, there is a shot of using Sylvanas then and capitalizing on a few kills. The problem, of course, is you get to get those kills first. But it's not out of the question, and they're going to try to do that. So let's see if they can pull that off. The Vikings are still playing this out all at the top. Down here, Zeratul is already looking to come in from behind for a quick kill, but that's not really happening. Top side, as you can see, Hydra is playing against Abla and is dodging out on all of this quite nicely. Anna needs to be very, very careful with the positioning that she has, since Zeratul is trying to sneak that in. And Zeratul is actually making a play now for the Dragon Knight. He could go for Dragon Knight. They got, in just a second, both controlled. But Anna is moving back out and saying like, yeah, not happening on my watch. Vikings go down at the top, but Hydra still controlled the middle. Made sure that there's nobody that can move in and do some damage here, so that's good for him. And now the top push continues. So this is actually a bit dangerous. If the Haka pushes in with it, they might be able to do some damage here. Zeratul sneaks... I mean, they're not trying to fight anymore. Instead, they are just trying to sneak around them a little bit. And to be fair, if it leads to Dragonite, then why not? Yeah, good drag over here, but of course it only gives Zarya a bit of free energy since Farlander drops the shield on himself immediately. And now there's another Dragonite up for grabs. They still have a talent advantage. And instead of moving into the middle, they just leave all of that up to the Vikings and are saying, while you are defending against the Viking Dragonite, we are going for the next structure here. We are going for the next move and try to take down the top 4 too. Yeah, and that could have been a channel, but Minion MVP. Yeah, Minion MVP. They are moving in and they are interrupting as the channel was about to happen. Up towards the top. There's the attack now going on though. Yeah, they're getting the jet propulsion connected. The double stun. And Johanna is dead. Jojo is down and so is Dehaka. Neat. Nicely done. And of course now it's going to be a Dragonite. Hydra down here. He starts the channel. DK is up on the map. And now they can move, I guess, to the bottom of the map and open the wall. And, well, the wall is open up. The Keeper's already taken damage. So they're going to try and take the entire thing down. And this is game 4. Guys, this is a 2-1. If Team SoundLess wins, then this is over. They would qualify for the Masters Clash and Team DNA would drop out. So everything's on the line here for the red team. They need to try and put... I mean, again, what can they do here? They need some kills. They need a coordinated effort into the backline. It has to start with Jojo, I think. Try and make a play, look for Anna. But look how Shamsik plays this. He's so far back because he knows that he is potentially the weak link. As long as he doesn't die, they're going to be Gucci. They're going to be great. And now it's level 16, so that means another talent kicking in just another moment for them. God, this is frustrating to play for Team DNA. Like, really frustrating. And of course, it just continues. I mean, here we go. They open up the middle up a little bit. Now we are 10 minutes into the game. It feels longer. It honestly feels like with all the keeps that have been opened up, this shouldn't be a 10-minute game. But indeed it is. We're only 10 minutes into this game right now. And, well, as we speak, more camps are taken. So they're moving in for the camps. Look at this, by the way. Frost Shot. Normally you don't see that. It's all about Manticore. So why Frost Shot? They want to control Zeratul. They know that the only way that they can lose this game is if they're losing team fights and the opponent overruns them. So Nano P specs into more control. Damage isn't winning them the game. They got decent damage output. They got the kills. But they're winning it on the macro level. So as long as they have Frost Shot for control, as long as they can control Zeratul when he makes a move, or maybe even Johanna when she moves in, they're going to be fine here. It's much harder to chase them now, if they're ever on the retreat. And it's an important talent for all of this. Now, as this is said, Primal Swarm is also in. We got the Windrunner here. And of course, the most important talents, or one of the most important talents for the Vikings, if they ever want to participate in a team fight, is Large in Charge. Yep, that's done. Makes all the difference in the world. Camp at the top. And it is time to go for the last remaining fort. And that one shouldn't stand a chance once the camp is here. So they're starting to pressure this. Here's the play. Also, sentenced to death. Well, let's see who is going to sentence to death, because I'm not so sure if he can. He goes for Anna, I suppose. But look at Anna. Yeah, that sleep dart connected. He got him. Yeah. Anna knows. And Alfredo, here comes the engage. Look how far away Anna is. And they are still taking the fight here. Goes for the Eye of Horus. Zeratul comes in again. The sleep dart connects with him once more. And the rest of the team is on the run. And the Vikings? The Vikings are going for the bot lane, controlling the shrine, and are going to try and make the play for the next Dragonite. Yeah, if Anna takes the control at the top, Vikings are going to go for the Dragon Knight. And I guess Eric is going to get farmed now by Zeratul so that he can stop that a bit. But there's the control. No, Zarya actually sniffed him out. Yeah, Zarya knows exactly where he is. And Professor Eric over here goes straight into battle mode. Zeratul. Yeah, Frost Shot. Oh my god! Alright. They're not going to waste time chasing him, so they just let him slide. But now we got a 3-level lead, and they're coming straight through the middle in an attempt to take this one. But yeah, holy hell. What a setup now. Yeah, it seems unwinnable for Team DNA. Unless Team Soundless goes for a big throw, they are likely to win this one. But again, time will tell. We've seen crazy comebacks. Maybe this is one of them. I guess they want the keep. They are not getting it. It's close, but they need to get a few more hits in. Maybe with the particle grenades here, and there it is. The keep is gone. That's the second one to fall. 2 keeps down, only a single fort is standing, and here come the level 20 talents. Far Flight Quiver, the Fury of the Storm, and the Grenadier. Yeah, go for it. Also, the lockdown against the Haka. Large and in charge, already being used for the engage into the back line. Bunker gets dropped immediately. A couple of sleep darts make their way towards Zeratul, but they can't get the connect. And they're still trying to control this down here. Keeping even the Vikings alive. Shields for the Vikings. Damage output is there. They go for Mac the Kid. Vikings with their own ult, and catapults are pushing in once again. It's insane pressure. It's a 3-level lead. The stats advantage alone is giving you a mad lead over the opponent. And on top of that, we're of course also looking at a talent advantage and a Storm talent to boot. So now they're starting to go for it and dropping that shield slowly, especially with those catapults connecting with the core. At least one of the Vikings is down, but they're pew-pewing away here. Yeah, with the Farflight Quiver, Nanopi gets a couple of shots together. Gotta be careful. Wailing Arrow already hit, but the core is now down to 98%. With the catapult locking in on it, it's gonna be a lot less in a very short amount of time. This looks like a 3-1 victory. I don't know what to tell you. Zeratul is in trouble. He barely makes it out, but the core is now dropping down to 70%. This is game. This has to be game. Another approach into the backline. The sleep dart connects immediately. They're doing their best to somehow stop the bleeding and stem this onslaught. Stop it, but they can't. And the Haka is dead. They're going for the rest of the team. The shield is building up on the core, but not for long. Catapults are already moving in once again. And as the shield falls and the hit points are getting diminished, Team DNA has to decide whether they want to write caps lock or GG or not. This is game. This is Team Soundless moving on to participate in the Masters Clash as DNA drops out of the competition. GG and well played.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.